Hi Virgos, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. This message is for any Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also if you have Virgo that rules a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, and thank you to all my subscribers. Interesting message while I was clearing your cards, Virgo, related to your emotions and somebody teaching you something for a change, okay? There's this message of always being the one teaching others, but there's an opportunity this week, I believe, from clearing your cards that is indicating that you are going to be learning something when it comes to your emotions. Perhaps how you express your emotions, perhaps how you show your emotions. I am getting something to the way that you express your emotions, okay? And the idea of how that expression is seen by others, all right? So we will get more clarity here in just a second, but there is a strong emotional tie. And it's interesting too, because there was also a strong message related to what Aquarius got. And so perhaps there is an Aquarius who is important in your life, or you have strong Aquarius placements. Just really want you to pay attention to that. And being in the flow, all right? There's a strong energy here, even though this is Gemini and Cancer. This is also some Pisces energy with those fish. And I always am reminding you of your polar natal sign, Pisces, all right? And how important it is to embrace that go with the flow energy, that nurturing energy, that empathic energy, where it's the duality, all right? We need the yin and the yang. The balance is important, and that's where you can really shine with that routine and discipline and structure. It's just that we need to make sure that it's not all one way or the other is really a strong message for you. But yeah, asserting yourself with Pisces energy it's gonna take you a very long way. All right, so let's see what we got going on for you, Virgos. I think a lot of us too are getting an understanding of emotional evolution, which I find fascinating because if you have been watching my readings, yeah, emotional evolution, this is so funny that this is popping up because if you were watching my readings at the end of the 2023, like November to December 2023, everything was about this emotional evolution for the majority of signs, all right? And that emotional evolution, we are going to be seeing a lot of, okay? A lot of us are going to have to be tuning into our hearts with boundaries, obviously, but there's going to be a large awakening, emotional awakening, all right? And the other reminder I want to bring up is that at the time I'm recording this, Jupiter in Gemini is retrograde. And so we do have to remind ourselves that where the areas where we're expanding, if we feel like we all of a sudden like that expansion kind of like felt like it stopped or it's limited, it's not, all right? It's just the time where we're fine tuning. And so we can't let that create anxiety, frustration, especially too where I feel like it's this emotional evolution where you have been expanding on opening yourself up. Look at that. I knew it was gonna be related to emotions, a lot of emotions. It's something here where this is almost like the culmination of everything we've been learning over the past year. Now, I want to bring up, because Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces, and we did see the Eight of Cups, is we have had Saturn and Pisces for a while now, all right? It went direct November 2023, and so by December, it was really opening up the areas in which we were blocked and the challenges and the fears and the doubts and all of that energy. And so for you, I want you to go back, if you can, to those readings around that time and get a little refresher, because there is a message here with something that you have been shown, you have been taught that is really, and it could be related to betrayal, okay, or feeling like somebody, you know, didn't have the best of intentions, if you will. But let's get into this because this is very emotionally supercharged for you, okay? All right, so overall energy this week, Six of Cups, clarified by the Four of Cups. There is a strong energy here of getting back to the basics when it comes to our emotional fulfillment, all right? If there's this discontentment with the cups that we have right now or the cups that we've had in the past, we're missing the opportunity to welcome in this cup, okay? And what I also want to remember too is that after the Four comes the Five, and the Five of Cups can be stuck in that regret and the disappointments and people, you know, emotionally betraying us. And we want to get to the Six of Cups. which is childlike fulfillment, daydreaming. Like this is, to me, even though this is Sun in Scorpio, this is that dreamer Pisces aspect, right? And so Scorpio season, I believe, which we just entered, Scorpio season, death, birth, transformation, in the time of Capricorn and Pluto direct, for the last time in our lifetimes, of all of this transformational energy, we're getting back to the basics of what brings us joy. All right. But we can't look back at the cups that were given to us with discontent, with feeling like those cups weren't what they were meant to be. They were meant to be what they were because they brought you back to who you are. All right. And this is major. So when it comes to relationships, I think we're really honestly getting a stronger indication of what it is we want with emotional fulfillment. And this doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It can be our kids, our co-workers, our friends, other family members. But this is something where it's like faded energy is coming in. What you need more of, and what the universe is gifting you, is the Chariot clarified by the Lovers. So this is major. These are major. A little thing this week is a major turning point for you. Okay, so little things this week are going to be profound effects. The other thing I want to say too, Mars is in Cancer right now. Okay, so we have to know that the power of Mars in Cancer is actually going to gain some really big momentum in the areas of our relationships. Now, the other thing with the Lovers card is it's the Adam and Eve type of energy, right? And it's understanding and appreciating the contrast and the differences in our relationships. And so here, like I said, I do think that somebody is teaching you something, and it could be even a child. Okay, the Six of Cups kind of indicate children in our lives, but really it's like it's shining a light back on. It's shining a light back on why you are the way you are, and you taking charge of your own destiny. Okay, and like I said, it has to do with relationships and the recognition of relationships in our lives. Now, what you need less of and what you can give to others, the Four of Swords clarified by the Two of Pentacles. I think that the energy here is we just want to this is like the time of like taking out rest. You know, it can be burnout. It can be not wanting to face something, but there is a lot of progress here. And there is something where I want you to keep up the pace, if you will, because facing our emotions, embracing this emotional energy, it can be draining. All right. But we're not meant to, if you can channel that into shadow work, if you can channel that into yoga, into, you know, some sort of healing, that to me, you want to keep the rhythm going. This is where it's like, this is how your shadow plays tricks. Big momentum. Our shadow's going to want to put the brakes on that. Okay, it's going to really want to halt all of this major transformational energy because it's comfortable in the area of what it knows. Okay, and so you want to stay remaining in the flow. Stay with the flow. Keep working. Keep going at it because it is really profound. I'm really getting excited for this. So let's get an empowering question here. But yeah, this is like a little thing. It can just be like one interaction. It can be, you know, one encounter where somebody says something that it really makes you recognize where you have seen a certain situation in your life one way and now it's going to flip it. Okay, so your empowering question: if this was my last day, would I be satisfied with my life? What would I have done differently? This is important because this is what keeps you driven, right? You know, that if you got to keep going, all right, and drive forward and charge forward. This is emotionally charged forward, all right? So put as much time into your emotions as you do into the earthly material energy, to your health and to your resources. Put as much energy into your emotional, into your self-care, all right? And channel that energy in a new way. So Virgo, thank you so much for joining me. Again, please hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message, and as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.